know, in the end of the day. There's a lot of things that go on behind these walls that the public don't know about, because the public are being fed it. You know what I mean? Yeah, but you just gotta stay strong. You know what I mean? Like, they can, as I said before, look, they can kill your physical, but they can't kill the music. You know what I mean? The music will last no matter what.
Tour next year. How do you feel your own tour? Is it March? Is it April?
March.
March. How you doing? How was Maverick Sabre prepared for his tour? Like,
oh, well, we just came off it. I just came off a headline tour. Okay. We came off it. It was about a month ago.
Yeah, you doing like
Yeah, we did Camden. Oh no, we did Camden Coco. That's a London date, and like kind of similar venues around the country, just a bit smaller, maybe like 600, 700 capacity venues around the country. And yeah, it was I don't know how to explain it. I love performing, and that brings it back to the roots level of music, where I get to connect with people and people get to connect with me on a live basis, you know, and get the energy that I wrote the songs in across to people, so maybe people get a bit of understanding, you know. And just to have, like we did last night, have a good night of good music, and my band are amazing, and sometimes I forget to sing because I'm so good, I'm so enjoying like my band, my guitarist Charlie's solo or something like that, you know. And just I wanted to have a good night of music, nothing flashy, no big screens flashing with mad yokes on or anything like that, or I don't come out in some mad get up or anything like that. Just want a good night of good music, you know, and prepare for that. I take a lot of Manuka honey and Baraka. And yeah, but in March we've got the tour coming up. London dates, Camden, Roundhouse. We're doing bigger venues this time as well, and the album will be out. And we've got two fantastic artists, Aruba Red, who's like a dub bass reggae act, soul act. She's fantastic, up and coming. And the legendary, who I'm honoured to have on tour, as well as Aruba Red, is Miss Dynamite.
Legend.
Got her support as well, so yeah, gonna hopefully pull out a few surprises for the night, and it's gonna be a good night of music. You know, she's gonna have the live band with her as well, so it's gonna be deep. It's gonna be good.
Dynamite's albums. Do you know what's funny when you just talk music? Her first two albums, conceptually, you will not get that really today.
No, you won't. Like, if she would have released that now, and she would be this new artist. Oh, Miss Dynamite, bang, got these albums a little deeper. People would be all over her.
They would say she's like the UK Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, definite, and that's a big statement because Lauryn Hill. Yeah. And to say anything like that about an artist, do you know what I mean? It's, normally when you get comparisons to artists, they don't really come up to it, but that's the true statement. Yeah, she's a legend, and you know what? She's a strong, positive female. You know what I mean? You get a lot of strong, positive females that are in music now, but what they're talking about is not really that.
It doesn't reflect it.
It doesn't reflect it. You can be, just because you've got money and you're powerful and you get #1 hits and albums and that, doesn't mean you're a positive female, you know what I mean? You've got to put that through your music and how you act, and even, do you know what I mean? Everyone knows anyway, you listen to the charts, but yeah, it's a pleasure to have two acts like that supporting, you know. With
your singles, they've performed well, they've done well on different platforms, radio, YouTube, and in the charts. Like you would say you don't have your own expectations, but were there label expectations, like saying we want this to do like top 20, top 30, and did you exceed your own expectations for where they charted?
You know what, labels view me as a product. You know what I mean? I bleed blood and I breathe air, but they still see you as a product that makes them money. You know what I mean? I might as well be a Barbie doll fucking up on a shelf, and how can you make it more attractive to the public rather than focusing on the substance of it, you know? So they have their own expectations. I lead them up to that. They can look at computer screens and numbers on screens all they want. You know what I mean? As long as they support me with what I'm doing, it's all good. But for me, my own expectations, everything exceeds my own expectations because I don't have any. I make music directly and falsely for myself, you know, to express myself. That's how I don't go mental. I love music, and that's the art form that I express my emotions through, you know, and my feelings about the world and my feelings about myself and my own life, you know. But it's always great to see people receive the music well, you know, relate to the music, connect with it enough that you want to go out and buy it. You know, you want to have a copy of it, you want to have it on your iPod, or you want to come to see a show. So like the first 2 singles went top 20, and I was delighted with that, you know. Yeah, so the only pressures I put are the only pressures I have is the ones I put upon myself.
Is the album wrapped up? Or
Wrapped up.
It's wrapped up? Really? You sent it in? Or
I handed it in, bang.
When did you hand it in?
I handed it in fully, even though it was done, like, it was done like about 3 months ago. There was like little tweaks and little bits and bobs, but yeah, handed it in, I don't know, it could have been about 2 weeks ago or something like that.
Really? So that means it's gonna get ready to push the button soon.
Well, yeah, gone, yeah, it's gonna be January.
Really?
End of January, hopefully, maybe the first week or two in Feb, but...
How many tracks are gonna be in the album?
I think right now it is 14.
What? Is there anything on the album that would be like, wow, I didn't think it was gonna come with that?
Maybe lyrically there might be. I think the undertone of my music, the sound and the vibe is quite similar. I think for me, I could do like a jazz track and I think people would not, it'd still have that similar undertone, if you get what I mean, you know, which is what I wanted to do. I think I could do a dubstep track and it'll still have that undertone, but people will still like it anyway, hopefully, that are fans of the music already. But yeah, maybe lyrically there might be some subjects that you didn't think I'd speak on a major label that's pushing it out, you know what I mean? Yeah, that.
But when you got a couple of top 20s, hey,
oh, you know, I'll push it. That's it. It gives you the freedom, innit? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and that's why you have to kind of find a middle ground with the machine and soul. Like, I don't mean specifically genre soul. I mean like your actual soul. Yeah. You know what I mean? And try and find a middle ground between that.
So that's like what I was talking to Doc before. You know, sometimes if you come out too early saying things, it can railroad you.
Yeah.
But once it's like, okay,
it can blacklist you. You know what I mean? Which is not. I'm not knocking anybody, because some people are doing it and they're doing their own thing. They're doing big things, you know. And I always support that. I think knowledge in music is what's needed, you know. But the industry is a powerful thing, you know, very, very powerful thing, and you have to find a middle ground.
Do you ever struggle with that? Because, you know, there's things that we don't speak on, but we're aware of.
Yeah.
Is there any parts where you feel a bit compromised sometimes?
I only will ever compromise or find a middle ground with something if I feel like in the end it will benefit the overall message of what I'm pushing. If I'm in a situation where I feel like the compromising that I'm doing takes away from the message that I'm putting out, or portrays another image or a message that I don't want to put out, then I don't do it. I only do it to benefit the music and good music and putting out the message and positive message that I want to put out. And, you know, in the end of the day, there's a lot of things that go on behind these walls that the public don't know about, because the public are being fed it. You know what I mean? Yeah, but you just gotta stay strong. You know what I mean, like, they can, as I said before, look, they can kill you physically, but they can't kill the music. You know what I mean? Right. The music will last no matter what. You know what I mean?
It's almost like, well, we're gonna feed them shit. They take it. Why not give them more shit?
That's what I mean. It makes them money. It becomes a machine. And you've got artists that bang out albums every 2 months and that. Like, which is like, it's just a machine, innit? But each to their own, you know. Each to their own.
Now, not going way too deep. Now, you said there may be things on this album that people may be surprised about. Are you able to lightly touch on what?
Yeah, like this, talking about police brutality, going in depth, with just different things about things that are going on my own patch, just different subjects, you know. Like, even, to be honest, even on the track sometimes that's going on my album, and like there's a lyric in that that said, I hate the history, I hate the Union Jack, I never speak for any man or any flag. Like, even for me, even that, like, people who know my music already will know that song and be like, okay, well, that's not a big shock. But for people who don't, and for people who might have seen me on Jules Holland or saw me on the Chris Moyle show or something like that, might be like, what? Whoa, what's this lad saying this for? You know what I mean? I thought he was a nice soul singer or something. You know what I mean? But then that you've got to have substance in that. You know what I mean? And that's what I went on the inlay, all my lyrics, so people understand it. Because I know my voice can be.
Sometimes the melody can take away.
Yeah. I can take away from understanding what I'm actually saying. So get all the lyrics in there, and hopefully people get a better understanding of me. You know? If I was a label boss, I'd make it mandatory that every label boss sits and interviews every employee and why do you like music, and if they're anything other than their love for music or something to do with music rather than money, or they want to build their name up, then they're not getting a job.